Yo, what's up, fam? It's your boy Ray with another vlog of the day. Just doing my next vlog for today because I'm trying to stay consistent with my challenge that I did for myself, where I want to vlog one single vlog every day for a whole year. Um, it's crazy because some weeks is easy, and then some weeks is hard. Some days, I know exactly what to like talk about. I just hit record and I talk, and then just some days where it's like, what do I say? What do I feel like I've accomplished today? Is today a day that I can record and talk about it? Uh, so so I just kind of want to make this one maybe like a story time, uh, kind of vlog. This one was about how when I was a kid growing up, how I had to adapt to my environment. If I grew up in New York City, I grew up in the Bronx, New York, and growing up there, I had to adapt. I had to become somebody that I wasn't. And what I mean by that is I lived in a time frame where there was no social media, there was no YouTube or anything in that time frame. Growing up in the '90s in New York, so everything that was around you and everything that was on the TV was your main like influence. And so in New York, the main influence was of course hip hop. So anything that you saw on the BET channel, and things like that, in hip hop music videos, that was like the trend. That was what you had to talk like. That's how you had to dress like in order to be not like accepted, but not stand out, right? As long as you didn't stand out, you had no issues. And I was always a very expressive kid. I was always very into art. I was into anime, rock music, hip hop, country, all types of things. Like I was into everything, but I couldn't show that side because then you stand out. You'll get picked on. You get like a bully. Man, it's crazy with that mentality. Even with anime, you couldn't really talk about it or tell anybody that you watch it because then they'll make fun of you, or it's wild growing up in that time frame. So I noticed that I had to adapt and I had to become somebody that I wasn't. I had to become like, I had to talk street, get like gangster. Like I had to dress street, dress gangster in order for me to be able to walk down the street to go to school and then get something at the store and then go home, for nobody to come pick on me. Hey, what are you wearing, bro? Oh, you look dorky. Come over here, and they start bothering you, kind of thing. And I've seen it happen, and it has happened to me before. It's happened to me personally, and that's how I know about it. That's how I can talk about it, the experience. I don't know if you've ever had that experience before. I don't know if in this era is it the same thing. Like, do you have to dress and pretend and talk the way everybody talks, where you're staying at, where you live at, or can you be yourself where you're at? I just know that when my mom decided to take us from New York down to Florida, to move down to Florida, I was 16 going on 17. And when I remember coming down to Florida, being like, yo, I wish I grew up here because I could be myself. I can speak my mind. I can dress however I want to dress. I can listen to whatever music, and nobody's going to bother me. Nobody's going to talk to me, pick on me, or make fun of me or anything. Because it's like a melting pot down here. It's like you get all types of people down here, which is really cool. But in New York, like, you only got one mindset in that time frame. Now I don't know if things change. I don't know if like now you could just be whatever you want to be. You could say whatever you want, listen to whatever you want. I don't know how it is in school growing up now over there, but that's how it was for me. In that young age, I had to learn how to adapt, how to change the way I talk, change the way I dress, just so that way I can survive. Crazy, right? And I think that taught me a lesson. For every time I get a job, every time I worked somewhere, I adapted myself to that workplace. I dressed how everybody dressed. I talked how everybody talked, and just kind of just become a comfortable person to speak to because I feel like I adapted to like the environment. I still would always be myself. I would always be my own personality, but now I have like my own personality where wherever I go, I make people comfortable, to maybe talk to me, say hi to me, or hang out with me, or however the case may be. Uh, it's just like, I guess you could like, I could read the room, right? Like when you read the room really well, and you know how to talk to anybody. Everybody's easy to talk to you. That's kind of like, I feel like that created that gift inside of me. Are you the same way like that? Have you ever grown up in a place like that? If you have, I would love to hear about it. If you want to, follow my journey, see if I'm capable of vlogging every single day, once a day for a whole year, go ahead and follow, subscribe. I appreciate it. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful night, wonderful week. Stay cool, stay true, be you. Peace.